Okay. Hello, me in 2 years. I mentioned in my 6 month video that I would like to be monetized. And I mentioned in my 1 year video that I would like to make 10 grand a month. A lofty goal for sure. Don't get me wrong. But also, open up another channel. And by the way, I'm recording all these in succession. So if people are binge watching this, that's cool. But it also means I'm repeating myself a lot. So, yeah. But 2 years. 2 years is a weird number. People might be expecting 5 years, but I'm doing 2 years as a way to tell people you won't see another one of these timeline videos until the 5 year mark. So this is just my warning, my message for you all, I guess. But in 2 years, I I only expect to grow more exponentially. I don't care about subscriber count, um, because that's honestly a very insignificant figure. Most subscribers don't even watch videos nowadays. I don't either watch. I don't even watch any of the people I subscribe to unless they pop up on my feed that is recommended to me. So, yeah, I just hope that I talk about money. Money is not the goal. I think I specified my 1 year video I wanted to make 10 grand a month, but that's just an approximation. And I want to remind people that that revenue is going towards once I optimize every part of my life, which I don't need more than maybe like 4 grand of discretionary or no, just total income a month for me to be happy. As a person who lives in my parents' house and doesn't have bills yet, I'm sure that number will increase as I change my lifestyle to take that into consideration at least. Um, but with it, whatever revenue I gain, I hope I make, I don't know, 50 grand a month. It's a lofty number because that's a shit ton of fucking money, you know. But factoring in paying employees and, outsourcing labor and affording more resources to make better videos and content, it's not like all of it's just gonna sit in my pocket. I don't want to be one of those Fortnite gaming YouTubers which gets 5 million views per video, at least during the peak of Fortnite, and their video quality doesn't get any better. But I know for a fact they're pocketing tens of thousands of dollars into their bank accounts so they can fund it for some grand crypto scheme. I don't believe in that first and foremost. However, I would like to think I'm a lot better than that. I hope that money doesn't corrupt who I am. And at its core, I hope I can use that as a vehicle to fuel other people's happiness. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I forgot the general thing, but if I can fulfill everyone's essential levels of survival and safety, hopefully people can then learn um, to foster better relationships. And for once they foster better relationships, they can feel better about themselves, and that then they can ideally self-actualize, something along those lines of that order. Bottom line is, I just hope that I can help people in any way I can, homeless, impoverished, or even depressed, in whatever lifestyle or socioeconomic class you're in, I guess. I hope I've achieved a lot of good within my 2 year mark. I cite Mr. Beast so much just because I feel like I come from the same modest beginnings he has, where he was just 20 years old, and by 25, he has 120 something million subscribers. Um, he's going on interviews every other week to talk about his experiences and to inspire people like me to do good and inspire and hopefully follow in his footsteps in a way where we are innovative and create our own productive and fulfilling content that's good to watch, easy to watch too. I want to do good like him in my own different, unique way. Perhaps not never really as viral as him, but that's the goal, perhaps. Um, well, yeah, I don't know. I just I'm very excited for the future. 2 years feels like a long time, but that's because 2 years is 1/10 of my life, 1/10 of my current life. But I take a lot of solace in that. After my own suicidal experience at 18, the one thing I took so much gratitude in was that I have so much of my life left to go before I'm actually going to die, and not die because I'm going through the things I was going through at the time. Now dying is the last thing in my mind. Now I hope I don't do that because I want to do a lot of things in my lifetime. A lot of people, I work at the bank right now, and I see a lot of 70, 80, 90 year olds. And then, you know, when you see a 70-year old and a 90-year old, you don't think much of a difference between them. They're old people, they're retired, they're doing their own things. And, perhaps they're if they are capable of living and sustaining themselves, because I see 90-year-olds with canes walking to the bank and get their business done somehow, which I think is crazy because my grandma was already very debilitating and sick at the age of 70. Can't even imagine living 20 more fucking years from 70 to 90, as old as I am. And I'm like, that's a lot of time right there. That's my whole lifetime. And I only remember memories like from 6 sporadically to like the age of 12. And then from there, I remember most of those times. It's fascinating. So I would technically say I've only lived 10 years. So this person has lived more of my lifetimes from the age of 70 to 90. And I think that's fascinating, really. It's so curious what you can do with so much time. And Mr. Beast attained an immeasurable amount of success within 5 years of deliberate effort. Now, he's been doing it as a kid since he was a teenager, but I believe he started deliberately learning and reflecting about how he can optimize his YouTube videos around the age of 20. And I'm almost turning 20. I'm 19 right now, but I hope I can reach some sort of similar success as he does within the same or shorter time frame. That's a goal. So yeah, 50 grand a month sounds good. Hopefully I launch a few more channels. They're probably not going to be as dignifying. I always thought about, I'd probably do like a gaming and react channel. I hate doing those. I hate watching those. However, they make money and they're very effortless. So, I mean, as long as I maintain my own personal persona and have my own channel where I can confidently call it my own and with my own vision, I'm able to have resources to make movies, TV shows, music videos, the school that I mentioned in my other videos. Um, Another thing I really wanted to do is um, a lot of culture in Asia is very focused on hard work and serving your family and all these things, but they overwork their students to unhealthy degrees sometimes. And the one thing I don't like is that when I watch these videos and documentaries about people growing up in Asia, they lack leisure. They lack the thing that I emphasize in these timeline videos I've created so far, and that's once you build the foundation for your food, shelter, and safety, and that you hopefully foster decent relationships with your parents, which a lot of people already lack, or their family or their friends or whatever, people you can truly call friends or family or a significant other, someone you can depend and rely on and talk to, and have them be your emotional rock or support amidst whatever journey you're going through to grow up. That just if you don't have those, then you're not ready to grow. And I feel like these people are just doomed to forever live the 9 to 5 cycle. And I think about Japanese culture first, but really it's all of Asian culture. You're focused on the hustle and the bustle, and I don't like that. I hope I can inspire the message in that eastern part of the world, this entirely different part of the globe, that there's a lot more to life out there. This is very generalized view. Perhaps the majority of people over there in the eastern side of the world are really happy with where they're at, and they like the fact that they indulge themselves in this different group thinking. I understand that Western ideology is very individualistic. However, I hope to inspire that you can find a compromise between both ideologies. That you can have emphasis on your work, career, and family, but still emphasize that once in a while you need to make sure that you serve yourself most. I hope that these people, don't keep that we can lower the suicide rates of people who feel like ending their lives is a rational option, when in reality your life could be so much more different than it really is. I mean, I almost died myself deliberately, and it was a shitty position to be in. But coincidentally enough, once I got myself out of it, mainly because of my ex-wife, which hopefully I would have already told the story about my ex-wife since then, that yes, I divorced at 18. I know. Let's get that out of the way. I forgot what I was saying. Like, I just I hope people realize that if they don't like where their life is at right now, it could literally be anything. Within reason, of course, you could change your life, go to a different part of the world, start over, create a new skill set, enjoy your leisure. That's what I think I would like to inspire, not just people in that part of the world, but everywhere. You know, I, Growing up, I believe people don't really get taught lessons about life. You just sort of learn on them on your own. Thing is that sometimes we never get the opportunity to learn those lessons. I never really got the opportunity because I was never taught or never really felt like I needed to fix my car. I don't know how to change the wheels on my tire, at least right now, for example. A lot of people, at least my guys my age growing up, their fathers taught them that, right? But I think, it's not a generation thing. I just feel like we need to be constantly reminded and be taught to us and to future generations that we are capable of so many things. Life can be whatever it may be. I don't know. I just at this point I'm rambling. I hope people keep reminding. I hope I remind myself of wherever modesty or wherever I end up in the future, that I remain true to myself. That I can reflect and think like this for years to come, and not get caught up in the intricacies of it all, about life, about business, about money. That I forget that, like, I still need to keep talking to the people I love and care about. That I can still do good for the world. That I don't say in touch. I don't say out of touch with the majority of the people who live in this world. I don't know. This is the longest one yet. It's almost 11 minutes. So that being said, I hope that I make a lot of money and use that money for good in the world. Mr. Beast reached meteoric success in 5 years. I hope 2 years I'm on a similar level to where he was at in 2 years. But I will make another one of these. Well, I'm making another one 1 minute after this one. But the wide audience that I hopefully will cultivate in the next coming years will not be able to see another one of these timeline videos until 3 years from now, 5 years from today. It's a bit trippy, I know, but yeah. I don't know. See you guys then.